Hey, Merry Christmas. This is Mike Barnes, the financial first responder. Hey, I got a question for you. What is the purpose of money? Have you ever thought about that? Like, have you really sat back and actually thought about what is really the purpose of money? Well, if you have, I got a couple of slides I'm going to go through to kind of give you an idea of what I think the purpose of money is. Let's get started. You see, there are 7 steps to money. The purpose of money can be understood in several key dimensions, as it serves a fundamental tool for economic and social exchange. Its roles will include the following 7. Are you ready for the 7? It's real simple. When I say them to you, you're going to be like, this dude's crazy. I didn't even think about that. So let's go. See, the first one is a medium of exchange. See, back in the day, we used to barter, right? And everybody likes the barter system. I give you this for that. But in most cases, money facilitates the trade by eliminating the efficiencies of the barter system. It allows you as the person to exchange goods and services easily and efficiently. So, in other words, when you've been doing all your Christmas shopping and you've been spending money on those credit cards, you basically didn't barter, you used a form of currency, money. Or maybe you paid cash. Don't know too many people using cash anymore. Cash is trash, but they're using their credit cards. They like the points. Shout out to American Express Platinum. Love them points. Then there's the store of value. Now, we hear store of value when you're talking about Bitcoin, because normally we don't think about how much a dollar is worth. But money preserves wealth over time, enabling you as the individual to save and use your resources in the future without significant loss of value. You see, we know that there is inflation, but the goal is to keep inflation down so that our dollar can go a long ways. Now, currently in our current economic environment, the dollar is what everybody bases their actual currency on. It used to be a gold standard, but Nixon took us off of that back in the 60s, late 60s. So when we talk about store of value, you may be hearing it when people talk about Bitcoin. Now, I will teach a course about Bitcoin later, but for now, we're just talking about the dollar. We also talk about a unit of account. You see, money provides a standard measure of value, making it easier to compare the worth of different goods and services. So, when you go out to buy something, because that actual service or goods are based off of a dollar amount or maybe even crypto, you base your unit of account or your value of that money for what you're going to purchase or invest in based off of what the entrepreneur or merchant is selling you that object for. Think of it like a map. So let's say you're mapping, because we hear people say my math is not mapping. What you want to look at is how far can your money go? That's why I used a map, because people can relate to a map. Now, we want to facilitate economic growth. Now, how are we doing that? Right now, most of you, some of you, a little of you, a lot of you own Satoshis, or maybe you even own Bitcoins. And there is a store of value that is creeping up. It's gone up to 100 and some $1,000 to now in the 90,000 range. I believe I last saw it. I'm not going to quote it verbatim. This is for educational purposes. This is not a financial advice webinar or actual YouTube event. So I'm saying that up front. I'm not telling you to go out and buy Bitcoin. What I am saying to you is that money enables you to invest, have innovation, and have allocation of your resources, driving you as an individual or the society to progress. Now, people are going into Bitcoin. There's countries, there's different cities that are investing in Bitcoin. Not a bad choice, okay? But we must use some caution in any investment we do. Now, you're probably going to say, but Mike, financial first responder, you have ETFs, you have different companies and pensions and things of that nature that are buying Bitcoin. Why does that make it not bad? Well, I'm not saying that it's not bad. What I'm saying to you is in any investment, there's risk. And as a fiduciary, I have the responsibility to tell you that there's risk in everything. Even with a dollar, there's inflation risk. Okay? That your dollar is worth less tomorrow than it was today. So, let's talk about empowerment tool. Because money is a tool. Let's not get this twisted, people. Money provides individuals with the ability to achieve personal goals, meet basic needs, and access opportunities of education, health, and personal development. If you don't think that's the case, I want you to think about this for a second. It says personal goals. When's the last time that you had a monetary personal goal that money was not important in that goal? Whether it was to take a vacation, whether it was buy a family member a gift, maybe it was to save for a special event, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, some type of coming of age event. It took money, people. What if it was a need? See, basic needs like food, water, shelter, those are needs. Access to other opportunities like getting an education. I hate to say this, but everybody shouldn't go to college. Yeah, I said it. I said that because it's true. We have a lot of wealthy people in America that never went to college. And had they, it might have stunted their company's growth. Or it may never have happened. Some people even went to college and dropped out. Do I think college is a good proving ground? Yes. Just like I do the military. Just like I think government service. Whatever you do, whatever your job is, do it well. Do it with pride and diligence. We talk about health. Healthcare is not free. Now, you may say, well, I think it should be free. Well, you're probably right. It probably should be free. But the powers that are currently in place have allowed us to have a system where healthcare has to be paid for by an individual, not by the government. And if it is paid by the government, is it really healthcare? Just saying. Personal development. How many of you actually invest in your personal development? I can tell you I'm probably about $50,000 in this year in my personal development. Yes, I went to college, and yes, I have a master's degree in business administration, but I still invest in my personal growth. Now, some of you do it through books and tapes and audios, and some of us have mentors because those mentors actually shorten the period of time that we need to actually do certain things. Now, if you want to find out more about what a mentor does, DM me in my messages. Say, hey, I need advice on a mentor. With that said, means of building relationships. You see, people think that zeros and ones and numbers don't equal relationships, but actually it does. See, through charitable giving, supporting family, and contributing to community projects, money can strengthen our social bonds and demonstrate values like generosity. See, here's the thing. If you really want to know what people's money is like, look at who they contribute to. Look at who they give to. Maybe they only give to their church or their synagogue or their mosque whatever their religious belief is. Maybe they give to some charity. Maybe they give to their alumni association. Maybe they give to some charity that helps the unfortunate. But people, a part of life is giving. And if your money is not being used to give to others other than yourself, you might want to pray on that, think about it, and possibly change your ways in 2025. I'm got 2 more slides to go, and then we're done. You see, the expression of values and priorities. See, how money is earned, saved, and spent reflects on you as a person, your values, your priorities, long-term goals, whether it's security, freedom, or legacy building. The way you spend money is based off of how you've been taught. It's preconceived notions. It's what you experienced your family do or not do has made you to what the way you are. Now, as the financial first responder, I'm going to bring my plane in for a landing. In conclusion, while money itself is neutral, its purpose depends on how it's used. The values are attached to it. When managed wisely, it can lead to stability, opportunity, and impact. Mismanagement, however, can result in stress and limitations. In short, I'll say it this way. Your input equals your output. What you put your money into, or your actions, or your time, or your faith, is going to be a direct proportion of what the output will come. Look, it's Merry Christmas today. It's God's birthday, his son, Jesus Christ. And if I can leave you with one thing, he is the reason for the season. But understand one thing. The wise men took gifts to Jesus Christ. I say that respectfully to explain to you that money has its place in our society. It is not to be worshiped. It is to be used. I hope this helps someone today, and I wish you a Merry Christmas. God bless. This is Mike Barnes, the Financial First Responder. Please like and subscribe my channel, and look for more information in 2025. God bless.